Hello Christian family, and welcome to a new edition of our series of videos on how to build a relationship of intimacy with Christ. Today I'm going to be very brief because I'm just going to talk to you about three little but very important things. How many? Three little, very important things. I call them the ingredients of intimacy with God. Let's go. Let's talk about faith, hope, and love. Dude, you're talking to us about the very same thing that we've heard over and over, you might say. But before you stop this video, I urge you to just hold on a little bit and you'll hear something that you've never heard before. The best way I thought of, the way I understand these three components is this. Let's say I meet you for the first time and I don't know you. And all of a sudden there is something about you that attracts me. Or there are certain things in our first conversation that I realize that we have in common. Then I think to myself, maybe I should speak more with this person. And as we speak longer and longer, I realize that we actually have more in common than I thought. Then before we know it, we are friends. And before we know it, we go through so many experiences and we develop a bond that we call love. In this brief example, I have shown how faith, hope, and love can be applied in a relationship. What first attracted me to you was faith. I did not know you, but somehow there was something that you had that attracted me to you, and I call that faith. Secondly, I didn't know what the future was going to have for us, the two of us in our relationship, but somehow I trusted the process enough to be able to make a decision to talk more or to even become friends with you. That is hope. And as we spend time together, as we go out, we go through happy moments and sad moments together, we develop a bond that we call love. And these are the three components that we find in a relationship of intimacy. You do not need love to start a relationship, but a long-lasting relationship cannot be built on hope and faith alone. Paul defines faith as the substance of things hoped for. I define faith as an attitude. So you cannot say that you have faith without hope. Meaning that faith and hope are inseparable twins. You cannot talk about one without the other. A substance is the most important part of something, or what makes something. Our faith is the heartbeat of hope. Faith comes before hope, and here is how. Our faith starts off as an attitude of believing in something or someone before it can develop into a profession or before we can declare it out loud with our mouth. The minute we have an attitude of faith, it brings in us hope and changes our way of looking at things. This change in our way of looking at things also changes our experiences. Hope also is an attitude of positivity that the person who has faith shows. Hope is the projection of our faith into the future, and this projection is based on our trust in God. Hope and faith also brings a positive vibe to our life. So you cannot say that you have hope and faith but still live in negative thinking. Faith also brings change to our mind. It's like light in the darkness. Faith brightens everything inside of us. Faith and hope comes to take away our fears and doubts and gives us courage or confidence. And it is this courage that helps us speak into existence things that are not yet seen as if they were already a reality. God is the perfect model of faith. He created the world by speaking it out into existence and hoped to see it come true. He brought light into a dark world by believing that a world full of beauty and diversity was possible. So he spoke it out. That's why faith is very important to a relationship of intimacy, because it reflects who God is. Another thing with faith is that God is pleased in us through faith. So every time we lose faith, it makes God sad. That's why Paul said that faith comes from hearing, and without faith, it is impossible to please God. So we need faith and hope as a starting point in a relationship of intimacy. But to maintain that relationship, we need love. And love comes to make our relationship solid. And how strong our love is depends on the experiences we've had with the person we are in love with or in a relationship with. So happy moments and difficult times that we've had together. And once our love is affected, our hope and faith will also be affected. That's why even if hope and faith are part of the foundation of our relationship, love is the most important. Paul could say that hope, faith, and love abide, but the most important of them all is love. Recently I was meditating and I said something to God. If all else fails, may the love of God remain in my heart. With love, we can build all the other elements we need in our journey with God. Without love, there is no faith and there is no hope. Even if we happen to have faith and hope, as it is often the case when we are a new convert in Christ, or when we are still beginning in a relationship, these two will not last longer without love. So without faith, hope and love, there is no intimacy with God. That's why at the beginning of the video, I said these three are very important ingredients in our relationship of intimacy. This was just a summary to contextualize how you can use these three ingredients in your relationship of intimacy with God. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please click the like button if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Until next time, God bless you and have fun! Have fun! Have fun!